Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam436. As you may remember, Uddhava went off to the ashram without Krishna. 275, the end of the Yadu house. Krishna had asked the Yadavas to assemble in the great hall by name Sudharma. When they were all there, Krishna stood up and said, "The evil omens, as I told you, seem to be numerous. It bodes no good to our clan. I do not think it's safe for us to stay here in Dwarka even for a moment more. We will make a pilgrimage. Nearby is a tirtha, Sangotra. Let the women and children go to this tirtha. We will bathe in the waters there, purify ourselves, and from there, we, the menfolk, will go further and reach Prabhasa Tirtha. We will bathe in the waters, and purifying ourselves, let us observe fasts and other vratas. We will offer up sacrifices to the gods and give lavishly to Brahmins and to the poor. This way we can avert the calamity which seems to threaten us." As per his wish, the women, children, and the old men went to Sangotra and the others to Prabhasa. They performed all the many yagnas which they had planned to in Prabhasa. They were now sure that they had pacified the gods and that the evil which was prophesied by the skies and on the earth would be falsified. As for the curse of the rishis, why, that was so long ago that it was forgotten by all of them, and those who remembered thought of it as a mere joke, since the iron pestle had been destroyed. They were safe. One night they were all relaxing after the strenuous vratas they had been observing all these days. All of them partook of the wine by name Mairayaka. It was an extremely tasty drink, and they drank too much. Not one of them had any control over his senses or his tongue. They began to talk drunkenly. Words added to words became arguments, and the arguments grew into quarrels. Within a matter of moments, a great fight rose out of small arguments, and each one of the heroes reached for his bows and arrows, or his gada, or his sword. It was indeed a dreadful scene. They were camping on the shores of the sea, and soon they came out of their tents to fight in the open, on the seashore. The fight was terrible, unbelievable, and dreadful. Krishna stood silent all the while. He stood apart, and he saw the Yadavas killing each other. He stood unmoved. He stood watching, and there was impatience in his eyes. Just when the fight began, Balarama knew what was going to happen. In sheer disgust at the sight of the drunken brawl, he retired to a great distance. He met Krishna's eyes and walked away. Krishna knew that Balarama would abandon his body with the help of his yoga. Krishna turned his eyes on the fighting heroes. Soon their weapons were broken, and they looked around for something to use. It was the seashore, and so they found no tree which they could uproot. On the edge of the seashore, they saw a dense growth of grass. There was quite a lot of this grass, and they pulled out handfuls of the grass and hit each other with it. Contrary to their expectations, the weapon proved to be quite effective. Each blade of grass was as powerful as Indra's Vajra. They were too drunk to consider how this could possibly be. Krishna knew that each blade of grass had grown out of the powdered iron pestle which had been thrown into the sea. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.